He's J.J. Watt, the Texans defensive end, joining us on the program. When's the last time you called in sick?
Practice or a game? I haven't called in sick to a game. The sickest I've ever been was I got a staph infection in 2015, 2 days before a game in Jacksonville, and we had IVs. I had to go to the emergency room, get a 3-hour IV there. Had to go to fly to Jacksonville, get a 3-hour IV in the hotel room there, and then they woke me up at 6 a.m. to get a 2-hour IV before the game. So that was one of the most miserable feelings I've ever had. But I don't think I've ever missed a game for sickness.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sick were you in that Jacksonville game?
Oh man, it was pretty rough, and it was hot. It was hot out there. It was a tough one. I mean, that was when we're recovering after the game. You know, you just no amount of fluid and food was enough, and but you know, that's part of the game.
Do you guys eat at halftime?
No, not like eat. You know, you have Gatorade or electrolytes, or I mean, it actually sounds funny to say it out loud, but there are orange slices available. You know, like,
whose mom brings those?
Exactly, right. But I mean, they have an array of stuff. You know, bananas. I think a banana is a big thing at halftime. You know, that's if you're going to eat something or you feel like your energy's low, a banana's good. Or they have some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't think a lot of guys eat at halftime.
So no chicken tenders or anything like that.
No, not unless it's the fourth preseason game and you're just slamming brats.
By the way, we got to plan our schedule, so I don't know when the wedding is, but I'm a busy guy, and there's 5.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
that invitation must have just the mail up there must not be working properly.
Well, I have a new studio, so maybe he went to the old studio.
That has to be it. By the way, the new man cave looks unbelievable. That place is incredible.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And, you know, maybe you guys could honeymoon up here if you'd like.
We were thinking about holding the reception there, actually. I mean, we could have contests for all the guests. We could have a free throw contest.
Yeah.
Get in the Callaway simulator and have some golf shots.
I got the Traeger grill. I got, I'll get...
Meat Friday?
Yeah.
Only if we can get a Meat Friday song played at the wedding.
Okay. Maybe you guys, how about you and your fiance do a Meat Friday song for us?
Well, I can't sing, and she actually can sing a little bit, but I could come up with the lyrics.
A
lot of jalapeno sausage going to be tossed in there for Texas. Brisket.
Yeah.
I love a good barbecue, Dan.
So J.J. Watt joining us. How was it playing against your brother?
It was interesting. I mean, it was really cool. I mean, before the game, being able to see him, see his son and his wife and my parents, and have those moments. And then during the game, you know, for the very first time he was on the field at the same time as me, you know, you kind of look over there and it's interesting and cool. But then as the game goes on, you really don't even realize it or know it. But he did chip me in the ribs one time, and I knew it then. But then there was another play where he actually kind of peeled back and tried to block me, and I didn't even know about that play until we watched it in film yesterday. So you just kind of get back into the flow of the game and don't realize it. But, I mean, after the game on the plane ride home, just thinking about how incredible and how crazy that is, it really was special.
Okay, but do you go out of your way to hit him harder?
No, but like there's like a 3rd and 1, and there's a fullback belly, and you know he's got a chance of getting the ball. So I'm a DN, so I'm a little too far away to get there, but I definitely was trying to get down in there. Like I wanted to get in on that tackle, but I couldn't. I was too far away.
If I put all 3 of you guys in the octagon, so Derek and TJ in the octagon,
yeah,
who makes you nervous?
Nobody. I mean, the interesting thing about us is that like we had all of our battles as kids. So it was mini hockey sticks in the basement, and you know you'd smoke each other in the back of the leg with a mini hockey stick. You'd slam somebody into the wall. But anytime it was anybody outside of us, we were 100% on the same side. And now that we're grown up, like we'll text each other every single day. We'll text each other on game day, and it's nothing but love. So it's not like that there's any – the only competition comes in the weight room, running and jumping. So like TJ can jump the same as me, but he can do some cooler dunks on a basketball court than I can. So I have to concede to him in that. Derek's probably the smartest of us three. So we each have our thing.
Wasn't there a moment with a holding call that wasn't called, and then the official said, hey, I know he's holding you, but basically sorry? Because like there's so many holding. I think the penalties are up 66% in holding from last year, but now they're not going to call as many. So what do you make of all of this?
Yeah, well, I think this week they were back down. I think there was a phone call that they had this week, and then they're back down. So, you just got to play the game the way the game's being played. And I guess that's, I've been doing that obviously my whole career. And you just have to figure it out early in the game and understand what they're calling and hope that you get the fair calls when they're being called. And, try and have a conversation with the referee to make sure that you understand what he's calling. He understands what you're going through. And if there's something that whether it's hands to the face or holding or something, you just let him know so he can at least look out for it. At the end of the day, it's just find the ball and get the ball, and whatever happens along the way, you just have to deal with it.
We have an idea of putting gloves, mittens on offensive linemen so they wouldn't be able to hold, like boxing gloves.
That'd be great.
What do you think?
That'd be great. Let's do that. I'm not on any committees or anything, but if there were a committee for that, I'd be on it. It'd be great.
Would you wear mittens?
I mean, I wouldn't prefer it.
No, but if they had to,
about offense.
Yeah,
I thought they were just talking about offense.
No, I'm just saying if we expanded this, the offensive lineman may complain, and then I can say, hey, look, the defensive linemen have to wear gloves as well.
I wore back that same 2015 season, I broke my hand and I had to wear a club, so I couldn't use any of my fingers. That's very annoying. So I definitely wouldn't enjoy it, but I'd consider it.
Yeah, but
you really can't do anything. I mean, you can't grab, you can't, and you'd be surprised at how much stuff that you need. Like obviously, trying to get around the corner and grabbing, but there's so many little things that you actually use your hands for.
Do you think one day you and your wife look back and you go, I can't believe I played with that injury, or why did I continue to be? I did think of you when Andrew Luck walked away. I thought of you because you've been through so much, and that rehab process, as we know, is so lonely, and we don't see it. And so when Andrew Luck walked away, I don't know what you thought when he walked away. I'm curious about that.
I had an immense amount of respect for his decision. I mean, to know how much thought and how much went into that, and that's an unbelievably difficult decision. I mean, you have to think about it. Not only is he walking away from multi-millions of dollars, he's also walking away from a game that he loves and a game that he's played for so long. Teammates and guys in the locker room, an organization in a city that is looking at him to be their guy, and for him to be able to sit there and say, you know what, I understand all of that, but I need to do what's best for me and my body and my health and my mind. I have so much respect for him to be able to sit down and truly make that decision. And it's not easy to do. I can definitely tell you that.
How close did you come to retiring?
I think I probably made it sound publicly more close than I actually was. And when I look back on it, I think that's probably something that I was probably over dramatic about it. Because I was going through a lot of stuff, but I'm still young. So it's not like I was, it's not like I was 33 going through a broken leg. I think I made it seem a little worse than it was because I honestly was thinking those things. But I think when I look back on it, I didn't need to be thinking those things,
Did you get an honorary degree, a medical degree from Baylor University?
Yes, I'm a doctor, Dan. I'm a doctor, and I'm still upset that you haven't addressed me as such yet.
Dr. Watt. Okay, did you get this because of all your surgeries?
Yeah, because I did them all myself, which is why the first back didn't hold. So it took me 2 tries to figure it out.
I got you. Do you know how many quarterback hits you have since you came into the league? They keep stats.
No, I don't know that.
That's the right answer because you shouldn't know that. That's where you go, no, I just play football. 250 quarterback hits. Second on that list is Von Miller. He has 54 fewer quarterback hits than you. That make you feel good?
All right. Sure. I like hitting the quarterback.
Has a quarterback ever said, like, stop doing that, or that was mean, or, that hurt?
No, but this week, this week. So I got a sack on Phillip Rivers in the second quarter, half a sack. I didn't get the whole thing. I got a half, and I was obviously excited about it, and we were all excited about it. And the very next play, he did a hard count, and all of us on the line jumped off sides. I mean, me, everybody, we were all offside. And immediately after the play, he pointed to me and he goes, "Why don't you celebrate that? Why don't you celebrate that?" I didn't really have much to say. I was like, I mean, yeah, he got me. I don't know what to tell you. So it was funny. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever played against, and he's a lot of fun to play against because he's so smart. He kind of knows what everybody's doing at all times, and that was a funny moment.
And he's not afraid to talk.
No, he's not. And he's in that stadium. You can obviously hear more than you can in other stadiums, and you can hear every single thing that he's calling out. You can hear everything. So it was honestly really interesting to me to just hear him communicate everything and to hear him calling out so much and to hear how much he truly knows about the opposing team's defense and where guys are supposed to line up and what covered. I mean, he knows, and it was really, really impressive.
Good luck against the Panthers, and we will see you at the reception. Open bar, right?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Hello to all the Danettes back there. Guys, have a wonderful day. I appreciate you having me. Open bar, always the only way to go.
I like that. That's J.J. Watt.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.